Stellar Transformations Season 6 finally premieres. With fully upgraded visuals and a thrilling storyline, have the first 3 episodes left you wanting more? Today, let me bring you some exciting spoilers to satisfy your curiosity. In the 3rd episode of Season 6, Shinyu claims a mountain as his domain and uses the local bullies to test his formation mastery. While waiting for the next wave of troublemakers, he idly fishes in a pond, momentarily indulging in childhood nostalgia to ease his longing for Lear. Just like other demonic beasts, all beings in the divine realm who have not yet undergone the divine tribulation remain bound by its laws, unable to assume human form. The fish in the pond are no exception. Though they possess intelligence, they cannot move in human form, and prolonged absence from water would mean certain death. However, once inside the Jianglan realm, they, like Wulan and Wuhe, can temporarily break free from their shackles and transform into human form. Because of this, they prefer to remain in the Jianglan realm rather than face the restrictions of the outside world. Thus, given the choice, they would undoubtedly choose to follow Qinyu rather than endure the oppression of the divine realm. However, when their divine tribulation approaches, they must still leave the Jianglan realm and face it in the outside world. Only by successfully transcending the tribulation can they permanently break free from their beastly forms and walk the world in human shape. Back to the story, Xianghei's subordinates repeatedly fail to break through Qinyu's formation. Not only do they flee in disgrace, but some even lose their lives, causing this local tyrant to suffer a severe blow to his reputation. Enraged, he decides to personally head to Miniature Mountain to kill Qinyu. In his view, with the heavenly divine grade treasure bestowed upon him by Lord Black Dragon, capable of distorting space, the so-called formation is hardly worth fearing. Gathering an army of over 10,000, they march toward Miniature Mountain, vowing to level it to the ground. Upon reaching the foot of the mountain, Xianghei bellows arrogantly, attempting to intimidate Qinyu. However, the moment Qinyu appears in mid-air, Xianghei's attitude softens significantly. After all, heavenly deity-level powerhouses are exceedingly rare in the divine realm, and every major force seeks to recruit them to strengthen their teams. Yet, Qinyu has no interest in forming alliances. He warns Xianghei outright, anyone who dares to enter the formation will never return. However, he has no intention of senseless slaughter and even openly reveals that there are lethal formations within. After all, if over 10,000 people were to charge in at once, a massacre would be inevitable, deviating from his original purpose of testing his formations. Seeing Qinyu's unwavering stance, Xianghei flies into a rage and recklessly charges into the formation. Empowered by heavenly deity energy, his heavenly divine treasures might is greatly enhanced, allowing him to easily shatter the outermost killing formation. But Qinyu remains indifferent. After all, that was merely the most basic killing formation, and it was no surprise that a heavenly divine treasure could break through it effortlessly. However, after breaching the outer layer, Xianghei quickly falls into an illusory formation. Unlike a killing formation, whose attacks are visible to the eyes allowing someone strong enough to dodge and survive, the illusory formation is fundamentally different. An illusory formation traps intruders into an illusion without them even realizing it. Even if they become aware of the illusion, unless they can find and destroy the formation's core, they will remain trapped forever until their life force is completely drained, leading to their inevitable death. Xianghei, who was not proficient in formations, could only wildly smash his surroundings. Though the power of his heavenly divine treasure caused some destruction, it failed to break the formation, and he remained completely unaware that he was merely running in circles. However, as a heavenly deity, Xianghei soon realized that he had fallen into a formation. Instead of blindly swinging his heavenly divine treasure in an attempt to force his way out, he channeled heavenly deity energy, distorting the surrounding space within a certain range to reveal glimpses of reality. This moment clearly highlighted the fundamental difference between deities and heavenly deities. In the divine realm, only those who comprehend the laws of space can break through from deity to heavenly deity. However, space in the divine realm is exceptionally stable, making the manifestation of space laws extremely difficult where comprehending them is akin to reaching for the heavens. This is precisely why the number of deities is in the hundreds of millions, yet heavenly deities remain exceedingly rare. Using spatial manipulation, Xianghei finally freed himself from the illusion's effects, allowing him to perceive the real world within a limited range and continue advancing. In his mind, formations were ultimately inferior to the Great Tao, and in the face of spatial power, they were nothing more than paper tigers. Yet, what he failed to anticipate was that the previous formations were merely the prelude. The true killing formation was only just beginning. Hidden within the killing formation were terrifying white purifying flames, powerful enough to incinerate even a heavenly deity. As the flames roared around him, Xianghei instantly fell into despair, completely abandoning his struggle. He could only watch helplessly as the fire drew closer, awaiting his impending demise. However, just as the white purifying flames were about to consume him, their overwhelming energy exceeded the formation's limit, causing it to collapse. By sheer luck, Xionghe escaped death. Witnessing the collapse of his most powerful killing formation, Qinyu immediately realized that his deductions contained flaws. This was precisely why he continually tested his formations. Only through real combat experience could he refine his mastery and improve his ability to deduce formations. Despite his near-death experience, Xionghe did not flee. Instead, he flew straight toward Qinyu, forcing Qinyu to evade by flying while seeking an opportunity to strike back. Meanwhile, using himself as the formation's core, he spent nearly 2 days successfully constructing a confinement formation. In formation studies, it is recorded that among the 3 major formations, killing, illusion, and confinement, the confinement formation is the strongest. With that, Xionghe was trapped for over 200 years. During this time, Qinyu continuously experimented with integrating various killing formations into the confinement formation, further enhancing its power. As for the 10,000-strong army that had accompanied Xionghe, some, realizing the dire situation, retreated to Black Dragon Pool, while others chose to remain at the mountain's base, either cultivating or observing the battle. However, none dared to recklessly charge in, knowing that without formation expertise, entering was nothing more than certain death. You may wonder, why doesn't Qinyu, like others, focus entirely on cultivation to break through to the heavenly deity level as soon as possible? Why does he spend so much time researching formations instead? The reason is simple: breaking through to heavenly deity is not something that can be rushed. Moreover, the evolution of the stars within his body has yet to reveal a clear next step. If he forces a breakthrough recklessly, it could hinder his growth. Thus, rather than blindly pursuing power, studying formations holds greater value for him. Becoming a god king may be an unattainable dream for now, but becoming a formation-grade master is a realistic goal, one that will bring him closer to seeing Lear again. Additionally, studying formations is crucial for becoming a divine craftsman. Whether it be heavenly divine treasures wielded by heavenly deities or grandness spiritual treasures used by god kings, they all require advanced formations to be embedded within them. To forge a heavenly divine treasure, one must at least reach the level of a 5th-level formation-grade master, a level of craftsmanship that only a handful of artifact forgers have ever attained. This is precisely why weapons of this caliber are so incredibly rare. In the divine realm, every long passage of time, a god king level war erupts, with the sole purpose of competing for the opportunity to break through and become an exalted celestial. Such frenzied battles can lead to the fall of even god kings. When facing an opponent of equal strength, weapons often determine the outcome of the battle. It should be noted that not every god king possesses a grandest spiritual treasure, as crafting one requires not only extremely rare materials but also a refiner with exceptional mastery of formations. Throughout history, only Qinyu's master, the godly craftsman Che Yuanho, has been able to forge top-tier grandest spiritual treasures. Because of this, his status in the divine realm is extremely high, and even god kings must show him respect. Returning to the story, 200 years may not be long for a heavenly deity, but the monotonous existence within a confinement formation is incredibly draining on one's will. Even the strongest resolve can hardly withstand such torment. Moreover, as Qinyu continuously refined his techniques, he successfully integrated killing formations into the confinement formation, greatly enhancing its power. Over time, the formation became increasingly unpredictable and enigmatic. In the end, this relentless torment led Xionghe to completely abandon his resistance, and at Qinyu's demand, he knelt and admitted his mistakes. However, how could a dignified heavenly deity endure such humiliation? The moment he was freed, Xionghe, filled with fury, immediately sent a transmission to summon 2 other heavenly deities, Lu Su and Mei Ji, vowing to kill Qinyu to erase his disgrace. The 3 of them surrounded Qinyu from different directions, only to be shocked Qinyu had mysteriously vanished. In fact, even if Xionghe had not bowed his head and admitted defeat, Qinyu would have soon let him go. This was because Qinyu was on the verge of breaking through to the origin realm, and the best place for this breakthrough was naturally Jianglan's realm. Using a god king crafted artifact to conceal his presence, how could mere heavenly deities possibly detect him? This realization drove Xionghe into a frenzy. Enraged, he rampaged through Miniature Mountain, wantonly destroying its breathtaking landscapes, yet no matter how hard he searched, he could not find a trace of Qinyu. As a heavenly deity, how could Xionghe accept such humiliation? Left with no alternative, he ordered Lu Su to set up a formation to burn down the entire Miniature Mountain. Although Lu Su's mastery of formations was far inferior to Qinyu's, for a heavenly deity, deploying a formation to incinerate all living beings on a small mountain, whether birds, beasts, plants, or flowers, was hardly a challenge. After returning to Jianglan's realm, Xinyu informed everyone of his impending breakthrough and immediately entered seclusion to cultivate. In fact, practicing stellar transformation was not without risks. Since the technique was inherently incomplete, the final evolution of the stars within one's body depended entirely on the cultivator's own deductions. If one miscalculated, their cultivation would forever stagnate, or worse, they might never advance again. However, this process could not be forcibly suppressed or delayed for additional preparation. Once a realm reached its peak, just like Qinyu's current origin realm, if it was not promptly guided into the next level, the origin would collapse, dragging his consciousness into oblivion, ultimately leading to his demise. What puzzled him even more was the long-standing enigma of the viscous space, which added further uncertainty to this breakthrough. With no leads, Xinyu decided to connect his consciousness to the viscous space. In an instant, he felt as though he had fallen into his mother's embrace, experiencing an unparalleled warmth and tranquility, his entire being completely immersed within it. This sense of peace and tranquility sparked a sudden inspiration in Xinyu. On a whim, he split his origin realm into two and then instinctively separated heaven and earth, creating an independent world within his body. Strangely enough, this newly formed world began continuously absorbing the special energy from the viscous space. As the energy surged in, Xinyu was astonished to discover that he could now wield the power of space within this realm. This completely defied common sense. After all, he was still just a deity. However, this world was still incomplete, preventing him from controlling the power of time for now. Even so, gaining mastery over spatial power in advance was already an extraordinary fortune. More importantly, as the ruler of this realm, Xinyu possessed supreme control over it. If an outside god king were to enter, if Xinyu willed it, they wouldn't even be able to use spatial power. In terms of safety and security, this world surpassed even Jianglan realm. Upon stepping into this new stage, Xinyu not only gained a world of his own but also, in the instant of its creation, sensed the birth of heaven-earth energy within it. As the master of this world, Xinyu immediately understood the properties of heaven-earth energy the moment he saw it. By infusing heaven-earth energy into a weapon, its defensive power could be raised to the absolute limit. Without hesitation, Xinyu guided the heaven-earth energy, attempting to merge it into his bloodstained spear. However, the fusion process was incredibly slow. If he could completely refine the heaven-earth energy into his own body, he would be able to forge the inextinguishable heaven-earth body. At that point, he could kill a god king with a single palm strike. Of course, achieving such a body was no easy task. It required an immense amount of heaven-earth energy, and right now, with the world newly formed, there was far from enough. Moreover, the strength of Qinyu's physical body was directly tied to the growth of this world. Until the day this world fully matured and transformed into a true universe, he would remain unaware of the deeper mysteries it held. In fact, Xinyu had no idea that the moment he successfully connected with the viscous space, his destiny to reach the pinnacle was already sealed. The reason was simple: even if the flaws in the stellar transformation technique prevented him from continuing his cultivation, the supreme ruler of this world would personally assist him, or even directly guide his path. After all, Xinyu now possessed the qualifications to become the master of an entire universe. So, what exactly was that viscous substance that had always lingered within Qinyu's body? Do you remember the grand mist spiritual treasure that I mentioned earlier? That viscous substance was actually the legendary grand mist energy. Throughout the entire universe, only the master of all things could wield grand mist energy. Even god kings, and even exalted celestials, could not touch it. This was the fundamental reason why grand mist spiritual treasures were so incredibly rare. But what exactly is grand mist energy? Simply put, it is the mother of all things, the primal energy that gives birth to all existence, heaven, earth, life, and all phenomena. Only grand mist energy can truly create a complete universe, granting it both spatial and temporal power. Without grand mist energy, any world would be nothing more than a hollow shell, forever incapable of becoming a true universe. After successfully breaking through to the next stage, Xinyu enjoyed a small celebration with his companions before leaving Jianglan realm and returning to the divine realm. However, the moment he set foot on Miniature Mountain once again, the sight before him filled him with fury. What was once a beautiful landscape had been reduced to ruins. Xinyu was enraged. From the beginning, his formations training had only been for his own improvement. He had never intended to kill Xionghe. Yet Xionghe, disregarding the innocent lives on the mountain, had set fire to the land purely out of spite. This act completely crossed Qinyu's bottom line. Seething with anger, he wasted no time and, taking Uncle Fu with him, headed straight for Black Dragon Pool. Although he was still at the peak of the deity realm after his breakthrough, he now possessed the power to kill a lower-tier heavenly deity. So, will Chenyu be able to successfully slay Xionghe and the two other heavenly deities in one decisive battle, making a name for himself? And will the true master of Black Dragon Pool, who has yet to reveal himself, finally emerge to stop him? Stay tuned for the next spoiler to find out. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.